So the second question of today was power x power n. So we'll be given x and n. We have to find x power n. So the brute force approach is to loop till 10, which is n, and then keep multiplying 2. But the TC is of n. The better way to solve this is in logarithmic of n base 2. So how do we do that? So we can say that 2 power 10, we can write it in this form, which is 4 power 5. And 4 power 5 if we take, we can write it as 4 into 4 power 4. Now let's take 4 power 4 and solve individually. Now if we can write the 16 square. Now 16 square we can write it as 256 power 1, and 256 power 1 we can write it as 256 power 0 into 256. One logic we can notice that the n is getting halved. 10 becomes 10 is getting 2, and the x is getting multiplied by itself. So when n is even, this is happening. And if n is odd, n is getting reduced by 1, and the our answer is getting multiplied by whatever the x is. So we can see that only when the n is odd, the answer is getting multiplied. Else the x is only getting squared up and the n is getting halved. So the one exception here is that whenever we are getting a negative value, when n is negative, what we do? So 2 power minus 5 we can write as 1 by 2 power 5. So we find 2 power 5 and take reciprocal. So the same thing we can do. Since we keep on dividing by 2, the TC here will be log n base 2 and the S is 1 of 1.